Hello, my dear students. This is Mr. Mahmoud Abul Hassan, King Abdulaziz Middle School, English Department. Unit 4, Worksheets, Grammar. Fill in the spaces with to or enough. What is the difference between to and enough? The main difference between to and enough is that to should be followed by an adjective. Enough should be preceded by an adjective. So, 1. He arrived late to hear the start of the talk. Here the word late comes after the space. That's why we should use what to, because as I told you that to should be followed by an adjective. 2. Susan is strong. Strong here is the adjective. That's why we should use what? Enough. 3. I can't go to the party because I'm too busy doing my new website. The word busy is the adjective and it comes after the space. That's why I should use what? To. 4. Muhammad isn't brave. Brave is the adjective. So I should use what? Enough to kill a hen. Muhammad isn't brave enough to kill a hen. That means that he is coward. 5. Munir is absent-minded to remember about everything. Absent-minded here is the adjective. So we should use to absent-minded. Look at this slide and try to fill in the following gaps with the correct form of the adjective. Here we have some adjectives and adverbs, and you are asked to form the comparative and superlative form. What's the comparative form of tool? The comparative is between two persons or two things. Here we have tall is a short adjective. I should add what? ER to form the comparative form. It will be taller. I can say Ali is taller than Sammy. What about nice? Nice also is a short adjective. I should add what? ER followed by than. Because we have E, we just add what? R to the adjective. What about big? Big becomes what? Bigger, bigger, bigger than. Okay? So bigger here, try to notice that we doubled the last consonant because we have consonant, vowel, consonant. If I have a consonant, vowel, consonant, I should double the last consonant before adding ER. What about happy? Happy, it becomes happier. We changed the Y into I and added ER. That's right. The same can be applied on busy. It will be busier. We change Y into I and add ER. What about important? Important is a long adjective. That's why I cannot use what or add er to this adjective. That's why I should use more important than, more important than, or less important than. Expensive also is a long adjective. I should say more expensive than or less expensive than. I can say my car is more expensive than your car. Good or well. Good is an adjective and well is the adverb. Okay, what is a comparative form of these two words? The comparative form is better. I can say better followed by than. I can say my mark is better than yours. What about the superlative? What's the superlative from tall? It becomes what? The tallest, the nicest, the biggest, the happiest, the busiest. Okay? Here we add est preceded by the adjective and preceded by the. Because this is what this is, or these are short adjectives. What about the long adjectives like important and expensive? It becomes what? The most important and the most expensive. And we can say the most or the least. The most expensive or the least expensive. And good and well, the superlative form of good and well is what? The best. The best. I can say Ahmed is the best student in the class. Choose the correct answer. 1. She doesn't work as hardly as me. Here we have the verb work, so we need an adverb. You know that hard can be an adjective and can be an adverb at the same time. That's why I use what? Hard. She doesn't work as hard as me. Because hard here, it's an adverb, not an adjective. 2. She speaks quieter or more quietly than a mouse. First, what is the difference between quiet and quietly? You know that quiet is an adjective. Quietly is an adverb. When can I use the adjective or the adverb? If I want to describe the verb, pay attention to this point. If I want to describe the verb, I should use the adverb. If I want to describe a noun, I should use what? An adjective. Here in this sentence, she speaks. Speaks here is a verb. That's why we should use what? More quietly than a mouse. Because here I want to describe what? The verb, which is what? Speaks. 3. The sooner she finishes her work, the earlier she can get home. The sooner, the earlier. Number 4. My classmates are a lot less hardworking than me. Than me. Less than. Less than. Correct the underlined word. 1. Do you mind if I bring a couple of friends to your party? Not at all. The more, the merrier. The more, the merrier. That's right. 2. The more you weigh, the harder you are to kidnap. The more you weigh, the harder you are to kidnap. 3. Your grade is bad than mine. Here, bad is what? Is an adjective. But I need its comparative form. What is a comparative form of bad? It's worse. Good. Your grade is worse than mine. 4. The earth is large in diameter than the moon. Here we have the word than. So we are talking about the comparative form. What is a comparative form of large? It's what? Larger. Larger. So the answer should be the earth is larger in diameter than the moon. 5. That was good movie ever. That was good movie ever. Here we have the word ever. That's why we should use what? The superlative form of good. What is the superlative form of good? It's what? The best. So the answer should be that was the best movie ever. What about 6? Ahmed writes as careful as Sami. If you look at the underlined word, it's an adjective. Can I use the adjective if I want to describe the verb writes? Of course, no. That's why I should say Ahmed writes as carefully as Sami. Why I use the adverb here? Because I want to describe the word writes, which is what? A verb. So the verb needs an adverb. 7. My brother has little knowledge than his sister. Here we have than, and then is the comparative. Then is the comparative. So what's the comparative form of little? It's less. It's less. So the answer will be my brother has less knowledge than his sister. What about this slide? Fill in the spaces with so or such. What is the main difference between so and such? You know that so should be followed by an adjective, but such should be followed by a noun. And this noun may have an adjective before it. No problem at all. But we need a noun with the word such. If this noun is singular, I should use what? A or an. So, look at number 1. It was a lovely day. Here we have a noun, which is what? Day, preceded by lovely, which is the adjective. And because this noun is singular, we used what? A. That's why I should use what? Such. It was such a lovely day. 2. There was a lot of trouble that the police were called. There was such a lot of trouble, because trouble is what? Is a noun. My uncle is so serious. Serious is an adjective. That's why we use so. My uncle is so serious that he never laughed. Okay. 4. I've never seen a dirty kitchen. Kitchen is a noun preceded by an adjective, and this noun is singular. Okay. That's why we use a. So this noun should be preceded by such. Good. 5. It's expensive. Here we have only an adjective. That's why I should use what? So. Because so should be followed by an adjective. 6. The car is uneconomical. Okay. So this is uneconomical is an adjective. So we also use what? So. She works quickly. Here we don't have a noun, so we use what? So. Fill in the spaces with a, an, the, or no article. Number 1, she usually gives good advice. Advice is uncountable. That's why we do not use a or an. And here in this sentence, I'm talking about something general. That's why we do not use any article. So it will be like this. I only have an hour for lunch. Why I use an here? Because hour starts with a silent letter, which is H, followed by hour, so followed by O, and this O is pronounced a, and it's there is a vowel sound. That's why we use an. 3. Does his name begin with F? The letter F, try to notice that. How can we pronounce the letter F? There is a vowel sound at the beginning of the letter F, which is E. That's why I should use what? An, because it starts with a vowel sound and it's singular. 4. She has euro. If you look at euro, there is a silent E. Okay? No problem. What about you? The letter U, if we pronounce it U, it's consonant. It's what? Consonant. That's why we should use what? A. But the letter U, if we pronounce it like a, as in the word umbrella, for example, okay, I should use what? An umbrella. 5. I saw really beautiful eagle. Eagle here is singular, and I'm talking about one of these eagles, so I should use what? A, really, because it's followed by a consonant. Number 6, I saw bears in Yellowstone National Park. I'm talking about bears. Okay. 7, she didn't get an invitation because invitation starts with a vowel sound, that's why, and it's singular, that's why we use an. I have a cat, and this cat is black, so I repeated here the word cat. Okay, so the second word should be preceded by what? The. 9, can you give me the book on the table? The book on the table. Why? Because I'm talking about a specific book. Okay. 10, you know, the man who was talking to your father. Here, I'm specifying the person I'm talking about. Thank you so much.